Yo, welcome to a special edition of Stat Central. Myself, Radio B, Cousin Frank. We are here to talk about Sanctioned September 17th at Ember Music Hall, 5 p.m. The biggest Southpaw card that we've had in years. Super excited about it. What we're going to talk about, we're going to break down each of the matchups um, and get into, strengths for each MC and keys to victory. And we're going to get some predictions from Frank on these battles. I won't be giving any predictions. I don't give predictions from my position. But if you've caught any of my breakdowns, I did already break down the championship bouts, Habib versus Deontay Els and Son versus Rossetti. So you can check those out on the channel when you get an opportunity. Gave the keys to victory and the strengths for each MC on those. So definitely check those out. Please subscribe if you're watching. So we're going to get into the rest of the card. And I'm going to work from the bottom of the card up. So we can start with Wonsky versus Bobby Uptown. Bobby Uptown, this is his second battle on Southpaw. He has battled on different platforms, Maryland, 757. So he's not new to the stage, but this is only his second Southpaw battle. He battled Son in his first battle. Son came away with the victory there. So I'm sure he'll be looking to redeem himself. Wonsky, this is his first battle. He's coming over from the RBA Rap Elite side of things. Speaking of, let's switch that up. He's coming over from RBA Rap Elite, three-time champion, three-time Cypher champion over there. He's also leading the race to MVP right now over there. But this is his first time in battle rap. So off the rip, it's definitely going to be a learning experience for him. So we'll see, man. A lot of times cats come over from Rap Elite and they hop right in the water and do well. Sometimes it takes some time for them to get adjusted to the new speed. Frank, what do you think of this battle on both ends, and what do you expect?
So for me, I'm the casual fan. So the casual fan, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just one of those things I just go off of kind of how I feel. And so what I would say is I'm gonna go with Wonsky. Wonsky is a fan favorite on the Rapidly side. Wonsky definitely does his thing. He's one of he's at the top, especially for this season. He's at the top. So, but battle rap is different. And I understand that. So I don't have Wonsky just like winning over Bobby Uptown. It's just that I want to see more from Bobby Uptown. I wasn't 100% impressed with what he did against Son. And I feel like because if he's still on that level, I don't see him. I think Wonsky has a chance. So it's really 50-50 only because Wonsky isn't a battler. Bobby Uptown is, right? So Bobby Uptown could win. It's not that he can't. It's just that I want him to have better presence. His presence just isn't there. I don't see the presence there with Bobby Uptown. I think he has the pen. He's clever. He has those things, but so is Wonsky. And again, that's coming from the Rap Elite side. So if Wonsky can bring that pen over and translate what it means in a battle rap in the moment form, acapella, it's not music, it's performance, showmanship, then he'll be fine. So just because, and the other reason why I would go with Wonsky is because Wonsky isn't just rapping on Rap Elite. He got some battles over there.
Right.
There is things that have gone on for those who know and follow Rap Elite. You know, the Goo's been attacked. He's been attacked. You know what I'm saying? And he responds to those attacks immediately. It don't matter who it is. His next verse, he gonna answer some things.
Absolutely.
So that battle side is in him. So I would say 2-1 Wanski, only because I'm not going to slight Bobby Uptown. Bobby Uptown is a battler, so I think he can get around in there, but I'm gonna go with Wanski.
All right. I think that is all of those statements are fair. I'm gonna talk about strengths on both sides. So I'll start with Bobby Uptown. I'll start with Bobby Uptown's strength because we've seen him in the ring before. I think his strengths are punchlines, schemes, and he can be humorous. I do agree with you in reference to him needing to have more presence. I think he needs to rap with more conviction. So I'll just really just kind of hop into keys to victory. Because I don't have highlights to show for both MC, we'll go without the highlight clips right now. But if we talk about keys to victory for Bobby Uptown, I think he needs to punch heavy and he needs to punch often. He needs to show experience difference by being comfortable and confident on stage. He needs to also make his voice heard and rap with more conviction and make the audience believe him. And you know, if he does that and he attacks and he keeps Wanski on the back foot and makes him uncomfortable, I think that's going to work in his favor and kind of if he can make Wanski second guess why he hopped into battle rap, I think that'll definitely work in his favor. On the flip side, when we talk about Wanski's strengths, if he's able to translate these things from what we've seen on the Rap Elite side to the battle rap side, it would be the punchlines, the haymakers. It'd be his storytelling. He has the ability to tell stories and kind of bring you along on a story or a concept, and also angles, meaning he knows how to attack MCs personally, right? So like when he's dealing with a particular, somebody takes a shot at him, it's not just like a name flip that he comes up with. He's usually talking about something that has to do with that MC's character or something they've done, or a topic about them that he exploits. And in battle rap, that would be considered using an angle. So if he's able to do that, that would also be very helpful for him. But keys of victory for Wanski would be to be confident, also make his voice heard, punch hard and often, land haymakers, make it a grand opening. People are waiting to see you in battle rap. Go out there and make it a moment to win the crowd on his side early, and to attack. So those will be the keys to victory for Wanski. I'm excited that battle's going to open up tonight, so I hope they have a banger to get the energy right for the remainder of the card. So I'm looking forward to that battle. Next battle up would be Chef Token and King Fizzle. What do you feel about that?
Man. This one is super tough for me. This one is 50-50 for me. Both of these guys, just sonically on the Rap Elite side, it's not my favorite to hear. Mm-hmm. It has nothing to do with their pen. What they're saying is dope. It's just how they roll over the beats hasn't always been my favorites. Mm-hmm. So it's crazy, and you know this because we've talked, what I'm saying, off cam on certain things. It's like once I heard Fizzle in the battle form, I'm like, oh my God,
Right,
that's
right,
my dude. You know what I'm saying?
right,
And it was like I didn't know what to expect when I first heard Chef. Then he's on that side. I'm like, oh, this is Chef. You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
So it's like, um, it's tough to because it's Fizzle who's been doing it for a while. He's
Right.
already he been in there
Yeah.
and he's a beast. You know what I'm saying? We talking about him standing his ground
With
against a
Jay
Jay
Moore.
Moore.
Right,
He
right,
wasn't there was no fear there.
right.
You know what I'm saying? That was him just saying, look, you a man like I'm a man.
Right,
I'm
right.
coming here to win.
He put up a real fight. If it wasn't for
A real fight.
if it wasn't
So
for a bad stumble, he could have made that battle. It could have been a debatable battle.
right.
So yeah,
So
no,
what
I
I'm
agree.
saying is when I'm looking at the spirit of both, because I feel the same way about Chef against Rel. You see what I'm saying? It's like the
Right,
spirit of it,
right,
like when you can see it and you're like, hey, as long as you get it off, man, they a problem.
right.
Um, so for me, it's 2-1 either way. There's no way it's a 3-0 either way. It's tough for me to pick. If I had to truly pick and I had to put my money on it, I would probably go with Fizzle because of the experience.
Hmm.
Um, but it's only because of the experience. Like it really because Chef came in with that rail battle and it was like, oh, I could see him getting better.
Hmm.
Then he went against Era Hardaway and it was like, yeah,
Polished. He polished
right,
a lot.
right. So it's like it's not like he can't win, but I'm a go with Fizzle. I'm gonna go with Fizzle off of experience. That's what I'll go with.
All right. Now, both of these guys, and this is one of the, this battle. I'm like one of them. It's like I always have a battle or two on a card where I feel a sense of pride for how I booked that battle, or
Hmm.
the booking the matchup. It's like one of those things like where you're like, yo, I'm just, I get for my wrestling or my AEW fans, it's like, it's like a Tony Khan might be like super excited because he like was able to book like Kenny Omega versus,
Yeah.
Will Ospreay or something like that. Now that's not to
Mhm.
say these guys are the top, the best guys, but let's just say if you bring it down the card some, um, you just have these matchups that are like, yo, this is gonna be a sleeper, but it's gonna be an incredible match. It's gonna be
Right.
an incredible fight. And they're very starkly different when it comes to the content that they may be talking about. That's not going to be a match. But what is going to be a match is both of their approach to battle rap. I feel like both of them have this hungry, very serious, humble nature about this. So, like, there's a humble
While
calm.
having struggles that make them so rugged at the
Right,
same time.
right, 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 right. These are people that have lived and experienced life, both of
Right.
them.
Humble,
Um,
but a man's man at
a
the same
man's
time.
right,
You're
exactly. What I was gonna
it's
say is
crazy.
that's a humble confidence, though. There's like
Mhm.
there's extreme levels of confidence here. So when I say humble, I don't mean humble in the sense of modest. I mean
Right.
humble enough to work hard and not bullshit this opportunity. They are men of the culture, men of the
Correct.
people. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
Yep.
They're caring people. They appreciate the platform. They appreciate the
Mhm.
culture. They appreciate hip hop and lyricism on a deep level, on a personal level, and they both have unorthodox, complex ways of writing and expressing themselves. Very different. Like you can't really categorize the things that Chef Token does specifically.
Correct.
right? It's like you don't call them punchlines. You don't call them schemes. They may have those elements like that. They may hit like that, but they're not like specifically what you would like. They're not tailored the same way as other people might punch or do a scheme. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of just like this weird way of storytelling and putting the words together. But let's get into the strengths. So we're talking about Chef Token's strengths. They are conviction. They are complex metaphors. It is storytelling. It is relatability. Like you can feel his pain. You know what I mean? When he tells you, when he gives you a bar, you can feel the pain in the stories that he tells. And let me see if we have, I haven't labeled these clips. Where's Chef? Did I not send you, Chef?
No, that can't be the case. Hold on. Let me see.
That might be the case.
Really?
Wait, no.
That's no, that can't be the case.
I definitely did.
Hey guys, we'll be able to edit this out.
Yeah. No, wait, I got him. Hold on one second.
Yeah, you should have it.
Yep, I see it.
Okay.
Sorry, guys.
Let's go. Chef Token, baby.
No, they're not in here though.
Oh. Do I need to put it back in the Dropbox? Okay.
They're on the computer. They're just not in.
Oh, okay. All right, cool.
While those are uploading, I can actually switch over and do King Fizzle's strengths, and then we'll get into Chef Token's highlights and his keys to victory.
Word.
Yeah, we roll with the punches here. King Fizzle's strengths are also complex metaphors, angles. He angles really well. He's going to talk to your soul. He's going to talk down to you. He has humor. It's dark humor. Yep. Dark humor. I should have said dark humor. It's very dark. And he does disrespect. He will disrespect you. He'll talk about your mother. He'll talk about your girl. It's things you don't specifically expect from Fizzle, right? He's such a nice guy. But in that ring, it's like he's like the guy that will gouge your eyeball out with his thumb. Yeah. It's like, he's gonna take it there. You know what I mean? Like it's a fight. So that's what he comes to do. And I'll give you an example of that.
Your ass whipping, spitting in your mother tongue. From end of week to week, me and your mother, we creep the ski with baby making music. Your existence was a freak-a-leak. Yo, and when we went to do the do, swallowing like she's used to this food, she grooved her throat and toyed with it like a hula hoop. Yo, she got skills with her mouth that'll get unusual views. Refused the lube, it was crude. That bitch's uvula could be used to undo a Rubik's Cube. Yo, Rubik's Cube?
Crazy. And the performance, like to get the Rubik's Cube on point like that and
spin it like that, bro.
That was crazy.
That's crazy.
And so we talk about him standing toe to toe with Jay Moore. Had moments where it really was, breaking down the angle and the storytelling on, the gang life and all of that.
If I had a corner store. Vibe check. If I had a corner store, I wouldn't size you Tic Tacs, sugar packets, or matches. You could catch a metal slug for a small Sprite. That's Game Boy graphics. Oh my God! What? So how you up one? Cause if I bust shells, you need a green mushroom to touch one. Nah.
That was crazy. And that's, that is him. The complex metaphors, the punch, he can punch, he can do a little bit of everything. And that's the thing about King Fizzle. And like that battle, he also went down the crazy storytelling angles with the gang life and telling his side of his experience through gang life in Northern Virginia in comparison to the Crips and the Pyrus, and how that played into Jay Moore's life. So it's like there's a lot of things that Fizzle can get up there and do, and you don't really know how he's going to attack you from one round to the next. So shout out to
man, y'all go look at these battles.
If I had a corner store,
definitely go look at these
battles. Plug, man. If you ain't seen the battle, go back and look at it, man.
Man, you got plenty of time between now.
Plenty of time.
And then to catch up.
Jump in the black hole of Southpaw, please.
Facts, man. So much. Let's get into Chef Token's highlights. Like I said, strengths are conviction, complex metaphors, storytelling, relatability.
This the nigga I'm supposed to be afraid of? Lord save him. Me, I keep an old razor, and if I ball my head, that's major. Pain. Ask the last Boy Scout who thought he was bulletproof. Bang, it wasn't a happy ending. See, my lethal weapon come and live in color. And now I blink a man for more money. But my wife and kids told me don't be a menace to society. But I ain't have no choice. I had to play the role the director provided me. See, I'm about that action. When top meet bottom, who's surviving this pit? The one who's slowly rising, not who dive off the cliff. Oh, he fly, right? Oh, he fly, right? So let me make this clear. I take watches and chains. I don't care if that AP real. Link with my dog, march more than 18 steps to air these spears. Death meets fear. Death meets fear. Shocking. Me standing here facing life.
Oh man, when I watch these clips back to back and I think about these two battling, it's crazy to me because that scheme. So that's the thing. We didn't even put that in his strength. The scheming is crazy. That he does that is so impressive.
Speaking of broken bread and Mr. Ed, I grab a bat and treat him like a home run derby in Kentucky. Aim for the crown as soon as I see biscuits. Toss him in the air to shoot him again from skeet distance. What you know about Miss Free Throw centerpieces? That's bricks on the table. Nigga, we eat different. I reap shit with a grim outlook on the future. Got 5 seeds, but 4 missing. Nigga, we sleep different. You talk about
got 5 seeds before midnight, nigga. We sleep different. This is what I'm talking about. The relatability, the conviction. These are the things like you can't teach that. That's life lessons that somebody is telling you. You know what I mean? So you're gonna get that on both sides. That pain is going to be, that's what you're going to get on both sides. I can tell you one person that's going to be going crazy during this battle, and that's Nicholas F. He loves a good pain, expression. So, and he's a big fan of both of these MCs. So I think, we all are. So I'm excited about this battle as I am about pretty much any other battle on this card. So let's get into keys of victory.
Speaking of broken bread and
Sorry. Let's get into keys of victory for both MCs. I say the keys of victory for King Fizzle is to use that comeback energy in your favor. This is a comeback battle for him. So you got to, win that crowd, keep them with you, control the narrative, make your content digestible, attack early and often. I think that's definitely the keys to victory for King Fizzle. On Chef Token side is to be yourself, be bold, be confident, land those relatable haymakers. Don't show too much respect for Fizzle as a veteran, bully the situation with your tone and content, and be consistent for the full 3 rounds with no dry spots. And I feel like if they're both able to apply these things, then we definitely have a classic on our hands. All right, so next up on the card, Will Young versus Bakari Kennedy. Wow. Another crazy matchup. Frank, give me your perspective.
So this is tough for me because personally, I like both of these guys. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they're both fan favorites for me, just in general. Win or lose, however you see them. I've always been a fan of them. Again, I know them from both sides. I know them from the battle rap side and the rap elite side, and they both have always impressed me. It's tough because Bakari's been in, to me, he's been in a gauntlet, man. If you look at, like, Bakari is going against people, either they were already good or legends or something, or they already got they battles in and they got better, and then he got them when they was better. So it's like he's always in a tough match. Young is getting hit. Young got his feet under him.
Right.
It's not like he's battled Habib, Jenya. You know what I'm saying? So like he's been in front of those guys. So he's not scared of Bakari.
Right.
But
Right.
Bakari's not scared either.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got what? Bakari is Rossetti, Real Life, a game Deontay, a game Son, who are both in title matches.
Right.
He went against Preem. Was it Preem he went against? He would win against Preem. He went against Breeze. So we're talking about neither one of these dudes are scared of each other.
Right.
That's the first layer of how I want to paint the picture. They're not scared of each other because they've been in the ring with cats.
Right.
I'm gonna go with Young because he, for me, has demanded the crowd in the moments of being at the battle, at the time that is battling. He provides us with that content that just wows us immediately. I think that Bakari, sometimes you got to catch his a little bit later. Even if it's within the battle, you're not catching it exactly when it hits. I think that affects the room. It might affect the judges. You know what I'm saying? You never know. But he's got to be able to just capture the room a little bit more. His pen is crazy. But but on the battle rap side, I want him to capture the room quicker. Maybe that's what maybe he takes a little bit longer to because it's like he leads up to things.
Consistency thing. I think because if you think about like his battle against Son, he did an incredible job of capturing.
Yeah.
You know that that second round,
but even with Deontay,
and then went through, then had to keep going back, and the crowd was saying the whole thing with him. And even with Deontay,
I thought he was crazy in both of those.
Yeah. It just he does have those moments within the rounds though, where he does lose the audience. So I feel like where it gets to be too complex. So I'll get into strengths on that side. So his strengths would be penmanship. Everyone knows that. I think punches, performance, and angles. Also, I think his cultural references, I think, are great. I think that's something that's a huge strong point on his side as well. And we'll get into some highlights.
150,000. But usually departs with nay. I said, Miss Parker, I'm sorry, but you ain't been watering your seeds, so bitch, don't worry about the midget, cause the max across the street. There ain't a...
What's up? What's up? Yeah.
I'd rather talk about your mom. I'd rather talk about your mom. Her Johns were Witherspoons with yay. She wanted 150,000. But usually departs with nay. I said, Miss Parker, I'm sorry, but you ain't been watering your seeds, so don't worry about the midget, cause the max across the street. There ain't a gene or skill that makes you cold, so stick to your position. Wrong move or get your dog stuffed, like Martin CD missing.
Let's go!
So the punches, the performance, the cultural references, that's the digestible stuff. That's the type of stuff he's got to do early and often. It's got to cut through like that. It's got to be short, no long, drawn out setups. Don't draw the setup out too long to where when you get to that line, you've wasted 30 seconds, 45 seconds to get to that line. You know, you got to hit him with that and then hit 4 or 5 more of those. In order
to think about who he's gone against, that's been some of the issue because they're
back to back.
They come,
and that's definitely those are so keys to victory for Bakari Kennedy would be perform at a high energy level, make your voice heard, be relatable, punch often and punch clear, end your schemes with haymakers, paint a unique narrative that the audience can feel, no dry spots or overcomplicated themes, and make your work digestible. Those are the keys to victory for Bakari Kennedy. And Will Young, strengths are angles, humor, entertainment factor, haymakers. Those are the things that, you know, Will Young's content is just so super digestible. That's the flip side of this, is like where Bakari can have some moments where he's not as digestible. Will Young rarely has those moments. He's often got the crowd kind of eating out of his hands. As long as he has his material down, he's had some moments where he's, you know, not been as tight with keeping the material in. But I think I highly doubt that'll be an issue this battle. But let's check out some highlights.
You let Rossetti call her Steve Novak, and you nodded in agreement. No offense, bro, but that punchline would have gotten your punchline flat on a machine to assist your breathing. I would have been snapped, hawked them outside the venue by the evening. Okay, I'm lying. Would have called my wife up like, babe, nigga said something about you in the battle. I don't think he means it. Look, that's the difference between us. I'm the same nigga on and off stage, fat, handsome, genius. You don't know if you want to be... I'm the same nigga on and off stage, fat, handsome, genius. You don't know if you want to be Stefan or Steven. You have an identity. You have an identity crisis. You wrestle with demons. Well, hello, ladies on you on Val.
Ladies on you on Val
Venus.
Yeah, I mean, did everything that I just said. He used strong angle, humor, entertainment factor, and ended with a haymaker. These are that's you know, those are the types of things that Will Young needs to do.
And so I'll say one more thing of why I would pick him in that battle, because some things are God given in his voice. You can't pick your voice.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's why it was tough for me with Chef too. Both of those guys, their voice, how they sound, as long as their content is crazy, they got that in the bag. You know how they sound, how they project. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, that's a fact.
Check my notepad. I'm upstairs already. I wrote this in upper cases, yeah. I beat a couple cases. Robbery, possession. No. Reckless driving in an open container. No tough guy shit. Only the real statements. Those 2 charges should let you know how quickly I get to the punch. It's amazing. Listen here, Saha the princess. You ain't educated enough to try with me with your ECPI degree. There's more fluidity in my kind of speech. I'm the post of the new school. I am the Ivy League. They hired me.
The whole thing, once again, using all of those strengths at the same time, you know, interchange.
Same time, yeah.
Angles, humor, entertainment factor, haymakers, you know, and rinse, recycle, repeat, you know. So that's the thing. It's like he's very dangerous. So keys to victory for Will Young, haymakers, use your angles to control the narrative, be entertaining, control the crowd, and mix up the offense. No dry spots. Be clean. If he does that, you know, it goes in his favor. We've got a classic if both of these MCs do what they need to do. So I think that's almost like they would have to come in not being themselves in order for this to not be a classic.
Facts.
Be 100%. And I think that really goes for pretty much all these battles. With the exception of Wonsky and Bobby Uptown, just because Wonsky is his first time, and, you know, and so we just don't know what to expect. But
right,
pretty much for everything else, it's like if everybody comes in and is their best selves, we got at least 6 classics. But that's battle rap. You never know what you're gonna get, you know, any given Sunday. So you can never assume that that's what you're going to get, but you can hope for it. And I think the last battle that we have to discuss for the night, no, 2 more.
Yeah, we got, I'm about to say, we ain't done.
So we got Bravo and Trey Authentic. Bravo's return. It's been a while. Haven't seen Bravo since he battled Habib last year. Trey Authentic, it's been a while. We haven't seen Trey Authentic since last year. So I think Trey had 1 battle in the 757 since then. And it was a cool showing, but it wasn't the best Trey that I've seen. But I think this battle could be explosive. I know that both MCs have been talking a lot and they've got bad intentions. What do you think about this battle?
Agreed. I think I was with you in the battle that you're talking about in the 757, and I thought that he won the battle.
Right.
Sure. But it wasn't that I felt like it was like super crazy. Right. It wasn't terrible at all. I'm saying he was good. It's kind of like it was very similar to his Rossetti battle. He was good.
Right.
It just, you know, again, maybe it's the same thing that I would say about Bakar. I just want him to get those punches off a little bit quicker. It's just a lot of rapping. Kind of.
Well, I think
and it might be different, but it's like I feel like with Trey, for me, he's rapping.
Well, what happened with Trey, or what's happened in those 2 battles specifically, is I feel like Trey's thrown a lot of shit at the wall. Meaning, it's not that he's taking a long time to get to punches. He's just kind of just all over the place with his content. So,
Right. And for me, again, it just sounds like he's rapping. It sounds good to the ear.
yeah, because
it
the
just doesn't
are not haymakers. There's some of them
right.
like a bunch of random, content after content after content, not
It's,
really super well thought out. And then, but in the mix of there's like a fire ass punch, you know what I mean, that lands, and that's kind of like where the pillars of the round for.
I feel like battle rap to me is more like, yo, you could like when you rapping just to rap, like you could have a single. A battle, but battle rap is like what is the album? You see what I'm saying? Like you gotta package it for me so I can be like, yo, what were you focused on and what you gave me as a package? And if you just in a whole bunch of places, that's a mixtape. I don't want to hear a mixtape on the battle rap stage.
Exactly.
I want to hear an album on the battle rap stage. See what I'm saying? So it's like it's kind of like a mixtape could be fire, but it's a mixtape.
Right.
It's not an album. You know what I'm saying? So I want Trey got it in him. I mean, he is our season 5 MVP rapidly. The boy can rap.
And he did that last year, and he actually addressed shit in a very would address people in a very detailed storytelling manner.
Yeah.
Over a beat. So
over a beat.
We know that you can do that. We know that you can focus in your content and do that. And he'll have to against a person like Bravo, who is super intentional.
Correct.
Super focused. He can do, he is able, Bravo might be one of the most disciplined lyricists that I've ever come across, in the sense of when he commits to a concept or a theme or an angle, he sees it through. He's gonna write it in a very articulate, detailed manner. So if it's like, if this shit is about UFOs, he's giving you the whole experience from how the beam caught him and went up into it, and then he's gonna give you a punch about, he's gonna tell you how the whole inside of the UFO looked. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna do all of that. He's gonna give you the whole picture. He's gonna paint the whole picture for you. So he's very intentional. So that's the thing. When you have somebody that's not as intentional with how they are packaging their content against a person that is super intentional, then you kind of have to, one will have to draw the other one into a dogfight. So we'll get into.
So let me get my pick. So I say that to say, because I'll get my pick. So I wanted to get into that because Bravo, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, my first introduction to Bravo was his battle with you. And to me, that's one of the most classic battles I've ever seen. You know what I'm saying? Not being biased, I'm just saying that room was crazy. Anyone who was there knows that was crazy. So, you know what I'm saying? I knew what Bravo was coming with. Obviously, you know what I'm saying? You my cousin. That's why I'm cousin Frank. But Bravo went in there and put in work. And I had a respect for him. We built our own relationship off of that too. And then just seeing him even like early rapidly what he was doing when you're talking about being in concepts and stuff and how he raps and puts,
he has been conceptual to a fault.
It's
rapidly, right? So
actually you're right.
Go ahead.
Yes, you're right.
Because we talk about Trey being an MVP and a 5-time Rap Elite champion, but we also have to mention that Bravo just won the last Rap Elite Cypher. That Trey was also in.
Correct.
And Bravo's difference in outcome this time from other times is that he didn't stick to a theme or concept. He more so came in just rapping, punching, giving digestible bars. Like, yo, I'm straight to the point, giving you these bars.
Yeah.
And he walked out of there with it.
Yeah.
You know, so that shows you that he can do both, right? He can come in and he can punch.
So all that to say, for me, it's Bravo, because for what I've seen Bravo at his best. And Bravo's best, to me, beats what I've seen of Trey. You know what I'm saying? And I haven't, and being transparent, I haven't seen a bunch of Trey's battles. The 2 battles that I know is him against Rossetti, and the one against the guy that we went down to 757. And so he was good, but what I see of Bravo, I think Bravo got it. So you can go ahead with the breakdown.
All right, so we're gonna get into to get into breakdown. We will first pull up Trey's strengths, which are punchlines, aggression, flow, and schemes. Trey's able to establish a flow even in battle rap. He's able to kind of draw momentum into his punchlines and turn them into haymakers because of the way that he structures his rhyme. His rhyme structure is also, syllable rhyming, multisyllabic rhyming is something that is very prevalent in how he rolls you into his punches. So let's get into
At the end of the day, it don't matter who got the baby face and who got beards, because I keep it realer. Listen, I done got blood out of clean chinchilla, fucking with the product on the road like Meet the Millers. I'ma fuck you up. Hey, I'ma fuck you up. And there ain't shit you can do about it. That's buck after buck, like he blew allowance. You beat a nigga by 1 point. Now do 1,000. Cause it ain't like these rap niggas be truly wildin'. I smoke rolls. Cause the flow cold like the body. When you finish a chokehold, you a no-fo. Hey. Like the body. When you finish a chokehold, you a no-fo. And that's cause your fofo is faux show. I'll pop the Nina. Put 5 in your little Caesar like a box of pizza. And when you hit this floor, I'ma fuck you up some more with these pocket cleaners. I'm a wild dude. Hey, I'm a wild dude that'll send you higher than a foul shroom. I woke up this morning surrounded by gloom.
Hey, he was punching into that.
Now, momentum, and that's the thing. You can create that momentum and keep landing those haymakers. He can steal rounds. That's the thing about Trey. He can steal rounds. Like, you might feel like you was rapping, and then it's energy. And he talks about energy all the time.
Yeah. So I will say, because I know you asked me on a point, it's 2-1 for me, Bravo. And here's why I say that. Sometimes Bravo ain't always all the way, like he don't all the way care as much as I want him to care every time he's on the stage.
That's a good
caring. Point. So caring. I think he is caring this time.
Yeah, I do.
But the caring thing for Trey, to me, Trey always cares.
Right.
So if Bravo ain't caring as much as Trey, that's why it's 2-1 for me for Bravo. But I just think I want to make sure he's caring enough. So
that's a good point.
Savage around Drake. The only difference between me and you is getting head. The only thing I know about face. That's a military term. This what his time in the military earned. The major pain will be customized in the military earned. Because I just listen to me when them demons talking. Because for sure that's worse. And you listen when them leaders talking. Be like, sir, yes, sir. Check the... Hey.
Being entertaining, being aggressive. I think the thing that, even watching that clip is, it goes back to commitment, though. I feel like Trey has to commit to what he's focusing on. So even in that clip right there, like, the Sir Yes Sir. I feel like he's rapping that and he performed it, but he was ready to get to the next bar.
You're right. Like let it live, let it breathe a little bit.
Like Sir, like that Sir.
Right.
He didn't sell it all the way. You can see in his face he was already thinking about getting to the next bar. Right. So that could be the difference between how heavy that lands and how, and whether or not it just kind of gets swept like, oh, that was cool. You know what I'm saying? Because he's even rapping it like, oh, that was cool.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, it's just some cool shit to say.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now we on to the next bar. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, put more respect on your own material.
Yep.
Commit to this shit. On Bravo's side, punchlines, and that's not first. Angles, conviction, lyricism. When I say lyricism, everybody's lyrical, but Bravo is an extreme lyricist, and when I say that, I mean that he has the full gamut of what lyricism can be. Would that be concepts, it'd be metaphors, it'll be punchlines, it'll be structure, it'll be, it's the full gamut of being a lyricist. That is Bravo. He's going to display that every time he battles. And I think utilizing that breadth of lyricism is what kind of separates him from, whoever he's competing with a lot of times if they can't match his level of craft. So let me get into, I only got one Bravo highlight here. This is one of our.
Don't be complex. That's what this magazine's for. Conviction in my diction. No kind of encryptions. So any issue with me, you better cancel your subscription. I see that look in y'all eyes. Y'all enjoy that real, don't it? That 13 ring with 2 niggas I give you that feel, don't it? But have you ever been around a killer? Exactly. But have you ever been around a killer with still on him while he drinking out a milk carton and he looked to see a nigga he killed on it?
Bruh. What you supposed to say after that?
No one in the room knew what to say. It was like, yo, we talk about how a line or a moment can suck the energy out of a room.
Took it right out of there.
That was like one of those things where like everybody didn't even know necessarily how to react. It was like, oh my God, what did he just say? That that's the conviction. It's the way that he says it too, and the way that he's like, you ever been around killers? You drink from the milk cart and see a nigga he killed on it. Like it felt like he probably actually experienced that. You know what I'm saying? Even though
because he also let it breathe. It was breathing. Like he didn't just go into it and he didn't just rap that. He performed that. He committed. Yeah.
He committed.
Yeah.
Because if you say that, you could say that and you could say it differently and it don't hit like that.
It don't hit like that.
If you say that like a bar, it's not going to like that.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? So it's understanding the entire presentation aspect, committing not only to the seeing through the imagery on paper, but committing to the delivery of the bar in general. So I do have the other
highlight. But this is my nigga. I'm about to talk to you. I'm here to bring purity to your insecurities. Confidence to your consciousness, because the ominous of your food of thought lacks condiments and compliments. That's why you a sneakerhead. New shoes make your feet comfortable to run away from the truth that's unbound instead of not bitching about not getting your props and getting your weight up while you help your woman get hers down. That's why I'm kicking your ass tonight. That's why I'm kicking your ass tonight. Hoping a light bulb go off in your head before this round do. Because you are a walking, talking angle, nigga. You lucky it ain't a round 2 because you need to learn about stoicism. That means to endure hardship or pain without whining or complaining. My sister almost died from a rare disease. My baby sister lost her only child on my birthday. My brother almost died in that car crash with ease. My mama just had open heart surgery. Her main valve was 99% closed too, my nigga, and her lungs black. So I promised her I'll stop smoking. But I never said I won't stop smoking you niggas. I'm doing this shit out of love. It's just unfortunate that this is the route, because if I didn't fuck with you and you was dying of thirst, I wouldn't piss in your mouth. Everything.
This is what you're saying to somebody you fuck with.
Right. Which means he don't care. When he's coming to win, he don't care.
The vocabulary, stoicism. And I'm going to give you the definition of it, you know, while I'm breaking it down to you and giving you these examples. The lyricism, the rhyme scheme, the flow. He is the top of top tiers.
Right.
Here. People have to, you have him being on the card right now, and not being in the main event is, that's crazy. That just goes to show you what, where we're at with this card. But it's Bravo, man. So we talk about Bravo's keys to victory. Be Bravo. That's the first thing I have on there. Be Bravo. Use your high-level lyricism and stage presence to control the show. Use angles to paint the narrative you desire and punctuate it with haymakers. Don't get into a firefight. Rap above the fray by talking down to Trey and show your dominance. That's the keys to victory for Bravo. The keys to victory for Trey Authentic is to make it a dog fight. Punch often, but also use angles to drive home a message. Focus your content so that it doesn't feel scattered. Use your aggression and flow to pull the audience into your haymakers. No dry spots. That is the keys to victory for Trey Authentic. And our last battle that we are talking about for the night,
my favorite one, yo.
Real Life is Big Genia. This has been very interesting because we have seen when this battle got booked on paper, Real Life was probably the worst underdog on the whole card. On paper, he should be the worst underdog on this card. The most drastic underdog on this card. No question. When we talk about experience gaps,
right,
there is no wider margin of experience gap on this card than there is between Big Genia and Real Life. So now we've gotten a significant amount of, I ain't gonna say significant, but we've got more than a handful of public predictions.
Right.
And up until today, Illa Styles was the only one that predicted a Genia win. And I mean, we've had predictions from people that have known Genia before Real Life ever came on the scene.
And I'm gonna tell you what, and
Real Life.
And when it comes to me telling you what my prediction is, I'm gonna tell you why that happened. And it's because me and you are huge boxing fans.
Mm-hmm.
One thing we know about boxing is, what have you done for me lately? That's boxing. It's always been boxing. It's tough. We could talk about it, but it's like, what did I see most recently? You could tell me what you done in the past, who you fought in the past and all of that. You ain't look good. I won't really feeling you in this last fight. So I ain't picking you because this guy looked better or whatever. Mm-hmm. That's why people are picking Real Life. Genia got to get back to who Genia is. The difference in battle rap is, battle rap ain't got nothing to do with, it's a young man's game like like boxing would, you know what I'm saying? Father Time, that type of thing. Mm-hmm. Genia can be the best Genia we can be, right? Or the best Genia he can be.
Right.
but real life is on the come up. Real life is crazy, 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 bro. Junior can't play with this dude. That's why people pick in real life, because you can't play with him. He coming. This dude is all pin, everything, and he knows how to entertain.
Mm-hmm.
He's already getting that aspect of it and putting it in the clutch.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So then you add the pin into it. He there. He just got to keep doing it. So for my pick, what I would say is very close, but I am going to. I'm gonna lean on Junior being the Junior that I know he could be, and I think he could sneak this win out. If he's the Junior that, what have you done for me lately, Junior? He's not gonna win. He's not. I need the Junior who's hungry Junior.
I think we're definitely going to get a hungry Junior. I have no.
So my true pick, even though it sounds like I'm going back and forth, is it's a little bit of edge because I think I'm getting a hungry Junior. So I'm gonna give it to him because again, experience to me also plays a big part of this. Junior's been in with a lot of different people, so I don't think that Rel can bring something he hasn't seen. It's just that Junior prepare for it like he should prepare for it to do his thing.
Okay, that is fair enough. With that being said, we'll get into Big Junior's strengths first. I have vocal projection and conviction, metaphors, the oxymorons, the aggression. Junior has the ability to bark down and bully in ways that most battlers can't do. And the haymakers. Junior can give you those room shakers. And so let's get into some highlights for Junior. I'm missing one. Hate when that happens. Why does that happen? It's too many. For some reason it didn't. That's what it is. It just didn't pull them all at the same time, but it didn't grab them all. Or it didn't upload them all. Oh, it's saying that particular file is too big. All right, so we're gonna show this other highlight, and I'll share my screen to show the other one.
I mean, I eat a lot of cheesesteak. I consume a lot of sweet cakes. But nigga, you can't stand up here for 5 minutes without having your knees shake. I mean, you probably can't even sleep. I mean, you probably can't even sleep on your back and breathe straight. And you had the nerve to tell High black men gotta worry about diabetes. Nigga, you probably got it right now, you can't see straight. The only way for you to lose weight, think baseball. Walk, run, free base.
That, first of all, that's not even in the list of Junior's strengths. All of that humor that he did right there.
He played that up so crazy to get to that point.
Walk, run, free base. First of all, most people don't even call crack free base, but that was so That's the original name for smoking something in a pipe like that. Freebase. Walk, the only ways you could lose weight is to walk, run, freebase. Walk. That was so crazy. So crazy. That was so crazy. And you saw, I've never seen people rush the stage like that.
Right. This nigga Trill Nick had to have jumped from the crowd.
Three people came from the fucking
Yo,
crowd.
that's crazy. That's crazy.
So hold on. Let's
you doing the other one?
Yeah. All right. Share my screen here.
This is a mob ritual. 5, put in the ring like a pentagram. Mr. Icy Morgan, it's no help for you. When the 5 reach out and open up like a lending hand. I'm just reloading clips on the reels like Instagram. Palm on the handle. I'm just waiting for shit to heat up like a kitchen pan. Cause sometimes you gotta be with the shit before it hit the fan. I can't risk taking these shots like liquor bands. Tell this nigga strand it wasn't in his plans to face Jimmy on Southpaw, so I switched his stance. I showed him 2 pounds like pick a hand, kick my I saw 2 pounds like pick a hand, kick the tanner, boot the trees like Timberland. If he don't, I'ma lift his top of the paper like the printer jam. The brain. Like a printer jam, the breeze will flood the wall like a river dam. Oh, you a drip? Good, cause this great deep trust is spread if I'm in a jam. With no plan, they signed this commercial. Nigga, when I'm hungry, I'm a different man.
Back to back.
It was, bruh. I was gonna say the same.
Back
to yeah.
You know,
that's the Junior that I want to see. And that's the Junior I know him that he could be.
Yeah, man. So Genius keys to victory. Command the stage, utilize size advantage to establish authority in the battle, bully rail, punch big and punch often, no dry spots, show veteran experience by getting comfortable on a stage. Now, real life strengths, wordplay, storytelling, angles, complex schemes. We're going to get into some real life highlights here. Tell me I got more than one. Here we go with this. That's the one. All right. So this first one is real life.
Tekken 2 is one of my favorite games growing up. I used to take on any challenger. Any nigga was talking like he was nice, I made him have to back it up. I'm talking any nigga. He get on the sticks, super quick, he had to pass it up. Up till this one day, a nigga picked Eddie. I picked Eddie. Nigga dance moves was bad as fuck. But me being a champ, I was humble about it. Like, you know what, you can have it, bruh. I was tight. Nigga packed me up. I picked King, the nigga with the tiger face. You know, I was mad as fuck. Niggas was laughing up, dapped him up. And from that day forward, I made a pact to myself. You know what that one was? Never again will I let a nigga play with my character. Tuh. Never, never.
Crazy, perfectly told story. Kept the rhyme scheme even when you're just kind of walking you through it. So it's not like you got this story where it's dragging on, you know. I made a pact to myself. You know what that one was? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Never will a nigga let a nigga play with my character. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that is very, you know, that's an advanced level of writing to be able to tell that story and keep that rhyme scheme like that while making it seem super conversational and end with a great moral.
Right, but we're talking about his pen and then how he said it.
Right.
And this is his fourth battle?
Right. Right. That was his fourth battle. So he's only getting better.
Because we already know he can rap. You see what I'm saying? Like that part of it is our yeah.
All right, and now the other highlight.
Out of everything on my to-do list, you require the less focus. You ain't a threat, no bitch, nowhere near the best opponent, but they let a vet coach him. Southpaw, I should have charged y'all a check for this. Make it simple. You got his back, place a bet on him. We gonna blame the staff for giving him faith when he ain't met Moses. Y'all gonna watch this old man die with grown man bars like Rex slogan. What the fuck is a chef token? You really think you ready? All right, cool, let's go then. I could get a drill done off a head notion. Have an escort him. The body slams, neck broken. Have niggas beat on and step on him. Stab wounds, flesh open. Eyes black and blue, his head swollen. My nigga pissed with the tech loaded. Mad he ain't get the shoot like he was left open. Oh, shit. Think it's a game for snooping. Dog gonna need doctors and ice cubes on some West Coast shit. Hey, ain't it crazy how you remember most your best moments? When death floating, gasping, reaching for air like, where my breath going? Family begging and pleading like, just focus, you got 4 kids. This shit is bogus. I don't care who you got with you to help for this. I take pictures with all his previous women. Now that's an exposing. Let that soak in. Let that soak in. As y'all peeping this round and how I even prep for this, I just thought of whatever rhyme with chef token and kept going. Yeah! You feel me? Yeah! I just thought of whatever rhyme with chef token and kept going. I got a cougar bitch told me his real name Freddie and I still slept on him. Yeah.
It's all right. So it's like he is like the ultimate shit talker, right? Like he is shit talking, but he's matching it with wordplay and rhyme schemes and scheming as well. And then it always ends with something big. So that you know, if for those that don't know, Chef Token's name is Fred. So he's like, you know, I had a cougar bitch that told me his real name Fred and I still slept on him. Like that is clever as hell, slick as hell. And it's like those are the unique approaches that Rel takes to his writing, but he's drawing you in by just, I'm talking shit to this man. You know what I'm saying? And you're like, you're kind of just hanging on every word. So Rel Life's keys to victory is to be comfortable, control the narrative, show extreme confidence, rap at a consistent pace, no dry spots or lazy transitions or endings, rap with conviction and punctuation and perform with that same strong delivery. Like he's gonna have to up his conviction talking to Genia. He cannot kind of like get lackadaisical. Like there's moments where he can kind of get a little like lackadaisical with the delivery and with his body. You know, he's got to stay firm and like talk to Genia very firm the entire time, right? You know, he can style on him. He's got to style on him. He has to, because that's the contrast. That's what makes real life real life. You know what I'm saying? But you can style on him and still, you know what I mean, keep the pressure. He's got to keep pressure on Genia.
Yeah.
Because if he lets up off the gas, Genia's gonna have those explosive moments where he looks like he's bullying Rel. And when Rel takes the turn to talk, he's gonna have to pull that energy back to let people know he's the boss. That's gonna be super important with trying to win this battle.
Yeah, man. So I didn't get to pick my picks because I know you did the breakdowns for the championship.
Oh yes, so yes,
I might as well give those two since I did the other Johns. I'm going with Habib. I just think Habib just has it's not that Deontay isn't crazy, because Deontay be rocking rooms. He as soon as he got on our stage, he's been doing his thing. But I just, again, you know, I probably lean on some of this like seasoned. These guys, I've seen them at their best. And I just think that Habib will pull it out. I think some might get Rossetti.
Wow.
And I'm gambling on that because so Rossetti has also the ability to, his haymakers are real haymakers.
Mm-hmm.
Rossetti can build up something and then that last line be like, oh my God, it wipes out a whole, but you're like, oh. But the way Son been punching lately, Son be hitting you back to back to back a lot. And he's comfortable with that too. He's and he does it in a way that's his character, where you believe him, so the room feels it, and then he's just giving that. And I don't know, man. I think Son might go ahead and get him a belt.
These are fair assessments. I like all of your assessments of your battle. Not to say I'm picking what you pick.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't have any picks. Make that clear. That's why I want to make sure that I express everybody's strengths, everybody's keys to victory. I also am very aware that anything can happen on Sunday. I'm glad I'm not judging. You know, I'll be hosting with Jay Moore. Shout out to Jay Moore. We'll also be co-hosting this event. My condolences to not condolences, but my prayers. No, not my prayers.
Sheesh.
They
about to quit on you, man. Stop saying these words.
My
best wishes.
Best wishes are with the judges.
Best wishes with the judges.
You know, Nicholas F., Joey Gallo, Preem will be judging these battles. Definitely, you know, not going to be an easy night. It's not going to be an easy night. I give them all the credit in the world for taking on this job. You know, Nick has already expressed, he's like, yeah, I ain't looking forward to the
right.
Because it's not going to be, this is not going to be an easy event to judge, and there's a lot at stake. A lot. This is going to shift the trajectory of, it's going to send Southpaw on its path for 2024, right? So 2024 will be shaped by what happens at this event. Also, including our event at Richmond International Film Festival, September 27th, where we'll see Era Hardaway face off against Introverse. So the win-loss aspect in that will also play a role in what we see going forward in Southpaw. So I'm excited about that. Yeah, man, we have some amazing things going on. The following week will be also at Ember for Rap Elite episode 52. So you are able to get a multiverse bundle ticket right now for $30 to get into both of those events. But we have VIP sections and tickets available for both events right now at rvarapelite.com. I appreciate those that took the time to watch this. Stat Central is something that you'll see a lot more often. Me and Frank were ready to really start, getting into Stat Central. I think this was a good one. This one feels good. I feel like we were able to cover a lot of ground on this event. So if you did watch this, shout out to you. Please subscribe. Please get your tickets. We'd love to see you in the building this Sunday and next Sunday. And we only have one more Rap Elite after that, which is the October 29th season finale. And then it's Flag on the Moon, December 10th. So yeah, man, thanks for riding with us, and thanks for helping to build this culture and this community that we have, and this multiverse that we have called Southpaw Battle Coalition and RVA Rap Elite.
We are the real league. I need y'all to understand this.
Southpaw, the only real battle rap league.
We are the league. Look up what league is. We are a real
where
league.
Wins and losses count. We are where wins and losses count. RVA Rap Elite, the mecca of Virginia lyricism. No question about it. No one's going to dispute that. No one can dispute it. So, till next time, we'll see y'all on Sunday. Sanctioned, 5 p.m., Ember Music Hall. Peace.
You're